Okay, we are live. Welcome to SRA.
And we're back. We've had a few weeks away, although we haven't really been away. We've been working, but we just haven't really been working in the vision of anybody else, really. It's been a very, very busy time for us. Since the tail end of last year, we've had lots going on, lots happening. And as we say, this is the equinox. This is the time of year where light overtakes dark. And this is exactly the right time for us to come back online, have a chat with a few people, and answer any questions that you have. If you want to discuss anything or bring anything to our attention, let's have a chat. That's why we're here, and we'll give you an update as to what's going on.
And there's a lot going on. Obviously, we've just launched yesterday, actually, our new website, which has been kind of months in the making, to be fair. So the original website was good. It was made kind of a couple of years ago, and it offered us quite a lot of things. But one of the things it didn't really offer very easily was the ability to basically provide online courses. And obviously, we kind of reacting to demand from that perspective. Lots of you have reached out to ask, can you do online courses? Not just in terms of the online courses that we do for SRT training, but literally be able to buy a course about spiritual things, be able to pay for that course, and then literally a self-service course that you can do online, and obviously work through that from that perspective. So we've been listening to the requirement and the request, I guess, from all of you, all of those that have reached out, and we've just basically completely changed the whole back-end IT platform and architecture, which has been a bit of a mammoth job, to be fair. But we've got a great team of people working behind the scenes with us, and obviously that was launched yesterday. So now we've got online courses that you can go and do. We've currently got a course on there for psychic protection, one of the key things that we talk about from an SRA perspective, and also an introduction to spirituality. So a course that anyone new into spirituality would find very interesting. It covers the keywords, the terminology that we use. It covers a lot of the things that we talk about. So effectively, it's quite a good place to start. And then obviously we've got a whole load more courses being developed behind the scenes that will start to get dropped as we kind of move forward.
So this is it. It's exciting times. So we've come back in here to have a little chat, have a little update with you. We've got some fantastic, as Andy said, we've got some fantastic people working with us now. The Academy is more streamlined now. It's far more effective. And we also do need to give a shout out. The website has taken a lot of work from Julia and Ollie, completely out of the view of everybody, two people that have worked tirelessly to get the website up and running. We also have Ruth. Some of you will know Ruth. She's an assessor within the Academy, and she's also working with us full time now as well. So, you know, the effort and the work ethic that we're getting from Ruth is absolutely brilliant. So I have got my phone on. This is why I'm holding it, by the way, so I can read comments. So if anybody does have any questions or anything they want us to discuss, just put it in the chat and we'll bring that up and we'll have that chat with you.
Yeah, and I think it's worth saying again, behind the scenes. So SRA has taken on a kind of new direction. Some of the direction and some of the way we were going in the past wasn't exactly where we wanted to be. The messaging wasn't exactly how we wanted things to be. And John and I are quite are very keen. We have our exact view. And of course, remember that we're kind of working with Spirit. We've got Whitehawk, Chen, and obviously Terry, who's in here every day. All of his stuff is here, and we talk to him every time we come in the office. So this is very much a kind of workplace where we're all kind of pulling together. And Terry is basically laying down a dictate in terms of how he wants SRA to be seen, how we're going to engage with medical practices, other organisations, and also the other sorts of things that we're looking to spin up behind the scenes, some of it which we haven't really started yet, but again, Terry's road mapping it for us. So we're very clear in the way we need to go forward. And to do that, we've obviously had to make some changes. We've changed some people in the team. Some people have left, some people have come and joined us, which is really cool. But as Jono says, we've got a very good group of people now. Natasha and Tara, obviously leading.
Always working hard, isn't it?
Leading from their perspective. Ruth, myself, Jono. Ollie does all of our tech, and he's done an amazing job working with Julia, who works from a sort of business and marketing perspective to basically change the branding, the imagery, and all of the IT web design. So Ollie and Julia behind the scenes have pulled off a kind of sterling effort really to get this change, because it is a monumental change from our perspective behind the scenes. Obviously, when you visit a website, you don't really know what goes on and how these things are built and what there is to do to keep things up and running. And we've made a complete architecture change, which has been a massive kind of step forward for us. I think it's given us now, it's right to say, we both feel it's given us this amazing platform that we can now start to deliver some absolutely world-leading content, which will push us straight into the front of this field. And this, of course, is where Terry wants things to be. Terry wants his work in spirit release therapy and science for spirit possession to be the world-leading conversation. And we intend to be the world-leading place for people to come to be trained with the highest of ethics, the highest of values, and obviously to learn and to take this method and protocol forward.
So this is where we are. This is our new podcast area. We're in Terry Towers. We're in the office. There will be a video going out shortly after the podcast to show you exactly how the office is now, because the first videos that came out, we weren't quite, well, we'd only just moved in, whereas now have the office exactly as we like it. And this is how we work. It's an amazing atmosphere to be in. As Andy was saying, the amount of work that's gone in and the hours that have gone in completely to get the launch where we wanted it to be on the Equinox yesterday was a huge result for us. And we're very, very pleased with the feedback that we got coming in. And what this means is that the website is ready. We're ready to launch our next online course, which we are in the process of onboarding people now. So if you are looking to do an online course, we are literally onboarding people today. We're talking to people today and getting them through the process. So the online course, we open up the Q&A section and we're doing the teaching in just a couple of weeks. So there's plenty of time for people to come in right now and join and add to the wonderful group of people that we've already got coming through. Additionally to that, we've got the in-person course. The in-person course is in Beechfield House in June. If you have seen the photos of Beechfield House from last year when we were there, earlier this year. No, it was last year. I'm all over the place. We were there last May and we're going there again for an in-person course. Times at the moment, we're talking about doing a course in June and we're doing a course in September as well. So if there's one that works for you, come in, hit the apply button on the website, let us know your intentions and we'll be able to help you on that as well. But we will put some video up of Beechfield House. But if you did see some of the photos and some of the footage that we did last year, absolutely amazing. It's a wonderful, wonderful location. You can stay there. We train there. Beechfield House is a location. You're 10 minutes from Laycock?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
10 minutes from Laycock. Laycock is an English heritage village in the southern Cotswolds of England. That heritage village is where they started shooting and where they do lots of filming for Poldark UK things, but also for the Harry Potter films. It's a very, very popular area, particularly the Abbey, which is where they did a lot of shooting and a lot of films. Otherwise, Beechfield House, you're probably 25, 30 minutes from Avebury.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Avebury is the largest stone circle in the UK. It's so big, it's actually got a village inside it. But if you do come in the June one, we're timing it from the 23rd for 5 days, which means the Saturday before is the summer solstice. So if anybody wants to come into Avebury for the summer solstice, to do the stone circle, to see the sunrise, that place will be packed and there'll be a really good atmosphere of people drumming in the sun. Likewise, Avebury is 30 minutes, Stonehenge is 45 minutes. And on the 21st, there will be an open solstice at Stonehenge as well. So that will have thousands and thousands of people there. Lots of Druids, lots of pagans, Wiccans, all drumming, dancing, welcoming in the sun. So if you do want to come over to the UK and experience that, that's on the 21st. Course starts on the 23rd. So absolutely ideal location for that sort of thing as well. So we're just going to give a quick shout out. We've got Kamara on, Kay and Maria, all saying good morning to you. We've also got Iman watching us now from Argentina. Good morning, Aman. We will be talking to you very, very soon as well. So we're on our way to you as soon as we kind of wrap up what we're doing now.
I think it sort of feels like as well, we've had quite a busy, last year was really busy. Obviously, we ran courses, we flew to the States, ran an in-person course in the States, flew back. John had a couple of operations. So this year we're hoping to be a bit quieter and calmer from that perspective. But of course, it gives us a platform to start to really develop things from behind the scenes. And this is our business plan for this year, really. Our plan is to actually start to sort of really, the foundation is in place. We've got an amazing office. We're talking to Terry. Terry's road mapping the things he wants us to do and where he wants SRT to be. So this year you're going to see like an explosion of content coming out of us in all different ways. So even though we focus on spirit release therapy and remote spirit release, that type of thing, we're spiritual people. We've been spiritual people for 20 years. Our whole organization and the management team is full of spiritual people. So basically what we're looking to do is we're looking to create spiritual content so that SRA isn't just about teaching spirit release therapy. It's about training other people that are interested in spiritual things, people that are on their spiritual path. There's always lots of questions. And I remember when I came into this 20 years ago, there was no information anywhere. It was really difficult to find anyone that could handhold you or take you along on that journey, really. When you start to see things in your mind and you start to have visions and possibly mediumship abilities, it's quite difficult to get connected to good people. And we want SRA to be that place that we train the best people in the world. We have the best mediums, we have the best facilitators, and this is the caliber of people that we will be attracting into the organization. And of course, that's because of the energy and the credibility that comes with the work that we did with 10 years, obviously with Dr. Palmer. So we're looking to also restart a lot of that work with Terry. Funny enough, talking to him in spirit, he's got other papers he wants us to write, or we're going to write that with him, through him. Obviously, will be the mediumship aspect, but almost a form of automatic writing. Terry's going to start to dictate and narrate more papers that he wants published under our/his name, which is really exciting to think that, we're working with a pioneer who, again, classic Terry, pioneering in a very different way, actually providing his information now that he's on the other side in spirit, actually providing his information with that view into us, and obviously we can narrate that and get that down as context and in content, and then actually provide that onto that platform that we're developing. And of course we can start talking and engaging with lots of big worldwide organizations about how this work works, how we train people, because ultimately that is kind of what we do. We are here to train people, and when people have been trained, then they can go on different paths effectively. But our core job, as Terry says, is let's just get some fabulous people trained and get the work happening out there.
And I think that's the key aspect for us, is that we've always only been interested in quality people coming through the system, people coming through who want to learn the best that we can give them. When you're looking at Andy and I, we've done this work for 20 years each. We've been working on the Spirit Release Academy for 2.5 years. So just with Andy and I, you've got over 40 years experience. Then you bring in Tara, then you bring in Natasha. And I'm going to say they probably have around 5 to 6, 7 years experience in spirit release, as well as their hypnosis experience. So again, between them, you're looking at 15 years experience. When we look at Ruth coming through, she's a fantastic medium, she's a fantastic practitioner, and Dave. And these are people that work tirelessly, really, through the assessor's role within the academy. And they've now got probably around sort of 2 years each experience. So you're looking at about 60 years experience coming through the academy. And this is everything that we try and bring into 5 days. We're here to give you the very, very best that we can give you. If you're looking for the in-person training, Andy and I will be in the room with you. We answer lots and lots of questions. There's so many things that happen during an in-person course that is different to the online course simply because of the amount of time we spend together. The online course is brilliant. We cover the same syllabus. We cover exactly the same modules. There is nothing that is missed out. It just goes without saying that if you're going to sit in a room with us between 9:30 and 5, every day, 5 days a week, we're going to have different conversations because we're going to get asked so many different things. So it's a fantastic way of us getting the level of practitioner that we want. The standard has certainly gone up. We're seeing some fantastic practitioners come through the training. It's absolutely brilliant and a real honor to see those coming through. Just looking at Tesla's question about going back to New York, we have plans for a lot of things, Tesla. We don't have any dates for New York yet. We've got a lot happening right now that we're trying to roadmap and give people as much notice as we can when we're doing different things. But like everything, if there's a demand for us to go, we'll be there, we'll do the training. It's as simple as that. But let us know your intentions. Let us know what you want to do. Likewise, we've got some good people that I've just seen come through and watching. Pete, good to see you. Joe, good to see you. Thank you very much for supporting this and watching. And Pete, I look forward to working with you too as well sometime.
Yeah, I think that kind of rounds things up really from our perspective. Again, we've got lots of ideas. One of the things that we're keen to do is to obviously migrate this training platform around the world, because we're all aware that John and I can't be everywhere all of the time as much as we'd like to be, really. And there's a lot of countries to go to. There's a lot of people that need help. And I think this is something that we sometimes take our eye off the ball with, really, is that we do this to help people. Our practitioners are the best in the world because of the training they get, because of the community and the people behind the scenes that hold this together with complete integrity. And that means that there are clients that are hearing voices that are schizophrenic, having intrusive thoughts, some are suicidal, some are self-harming. These are the extreme cases of people that we know we help with this work. And obviously to get this work into more countries with more people working, doing the training, to train practitioners to be able to help those client base, we know it's a huge challenge. And it's what, again, we're being kind of guided by spirit, really, to start to speed up our methods of training to get more people, more practitioners like yourselves trained. And when there's more people trained, then obviously the appetite for clearings and spirit release therapy around the world is only going to grow. So effectively, if you're thinking about this as a business perspective, then this can be your business. We want this to be your business. We want to create a place, and we're working really hard behind the scenes to start to get the information out to normal people, that if people are having anxiety, intrusive thoughts, schizophrenia, those sorts of things, there is other things that you can try first. SRT, really, in my opinion, should be the first thing you try.
Very first, yeah.
Because it's the cheapest thing to try. One appointment with a practitioner. And of course, it's the fastest method, because the intervention, if it works very, very quickly. Within a day, generally, people wake up feeling different. People wake up in a different mindset, anxiety, depression, some of those things disappear really quickly. And this is the efficacy of the interventions that we do. And I think sometimes we forget to talk to the audience that are listening about why we do what we do. We talk about it as though everyone knows that SRT or remote spirit release covers these areas. But for most people, it's a new conversation, a conversation they probably haven't had. And obviously, we're really keen to help and support our practitioners that are certified to help them advertise themselves and get themselves into a place whereby they actually can run a business full-time doing this work. Because in our opinion, this is what the world needs.
And this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to, in fact, not trying, this is what we are doing. This is what we're determined to do. Andy and I have not put all these hours into building the academy simply to give our certification away. The way that we've always said it is that people pay for the training, they get the training, but you earn your certification. We have people in place, Tara, Natasha, Ruth and Dave, and they're going to give you everything they have to make sure you hit the very high standards that we have. So the support structure is there. We're looking for professional people who want to take, and I don't mean it in a negative way at all, but sometimes bedroom mediumship, people that do mediumship outside of their main roles, their main jobs, people that do healing at the weekends and evenings, but they have to support themselves in other ways as well. What we're looking to do is take those mediums and spiritual workers and bring them into a professional sector We work tirelessly with hypnotherapists, people that have psychotherapy backgrounds, doctorates. We put them together as facilitators and mediums. When this work goes out there, there is a whole world that will work with you on mental health, anxiety, auditory voice hallucination, hearing voices, that sort of thing. So it's not just about releasing attachments, although obviously that is a huge, huge part of the protocol in which we work. But this is about bringing holistic therapists into the professional arena, giving them a professional reputation with professional work to the very, very highest degree. And what we found with the Academy is that if there are people that aren't willing to work to that standard, the door opens and they're free to do whatever it is they want to do. But we have many people that come and stay with us. We've got names on here that I won't mention just yet, but names that Andy and I think about where they're coming through the Academy, the sort of work they're going to do. We have people in different countries working very, very well. What we do need is people to come in to help the Academy grow and also to represent different continents and different countries. So if there are anybody out there that is working in holistic therapy or also psychiatry, the doctorates, that sort of thing, and you think that you can become a trainer, we want to know, we want to hear from you as well, because we have people in Australia that want to be trained, people in New Zealand that want to be trained. Andy and I, we can't be everywhere. And we do need good quality people to come through the Academy and take that level on, expanding the professional certification that we offer.
Yeah, I think that covers it really well, actually. And hopefully you guys can see from the space that we're extremely passionate and serious about the work that we do and how we're going to do the work. And this is all part of the pedigree, I guess, because we're tucked in with Terry, myself and Chen. We're working with Terry for 10 years. 10 years of 2 or 3 times a week talking about research, talking about efficacy, looking at interventions for clients and how they did or didn't work, the things we need to mold and change. And one of the things John and I have done, we've taken the original protocol that we developed, the protocol that you can kind of see on YouTube, certainly on my channel, on Terry's channel, and we've molded and changed that protocol to be quite different now in the way that it works. We've got a version of it that is our version from an SRA perspective, and this is the upgrade really to Terry's original work from that perspective. And we're looking to continue to evolve and change. It's one of the things that we both agreed at the time, is that as new problems come up and spirit guides start to see different problems with people, then we adapt and we change and we counter it. Because this is one of the things that I know when I've done things over the past, certain holistic practices, they're still working on the old ways of doing things from 10 or 20 years ago. They don't really seem to evolve and change. They kind of get set in stone almost. And it was one of the things we didn't want to do. We wanted to have a protocol and a practice that can evolve and it can change. And one of the things recently that some of our practitioners noticed is that they were starting to find AI in people's etheric fields. And we hadn't seen it before. I hadn't seen it before. Terry hadn't seen it. It wasn't documented. It's a new symptom that's coming forward. So we spoke to practitioners. We took some time to evaluate what this actually is. Spoken to spirit guides, to White Hawk Chen and the team and Terry. And then with Terry's guidance, we put a kind of like a double check in the protocol to add in and include AI checks. And this is the way we plan to work, is that as we find new things, we test the efficacy, we put it in the protocol and we evolve it. So this is a continually evolving piece of work really, from a research perspective and of course from an intervention perspective.
Everything moves forwards. The Academy moves forwards and we will never stop moving forwards. This is where we are. This is what our passion is and this is where we're going. So absolutely wonderful to see you on here. We have just come on just to say hello. We will be coming back in, talking more how we used to, talking about more different modules that perhaps we specialize in with our work. I know that Andy has his own sort of psychic protection courses. I'll have my 21 days back with White Hawk very soon. I'm going to America in May to teach psychic surgery. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But additionally, together on the SRA page, we have many different courses coming through now as well. So as Andy said, that the introduction to spirituality, the psychic protection, which goes in more depth for beginners, but it goes in more depth. This is where we're heading. This is where we're going. This is why we've been quiet, because all of these things take so much time to do. But now we're back, and we will look forward to doing a podcast very, very soon, and on a regular time as well. So we can come back and have a chat with people, answer some more questions, and take the Academy forward in the one direction we go, and that's always forwards.
I think as well, if you just go to the website and sign up to the newsletter has changed. Again, we've got different back ends, different systems. So if you had signed up before, it may be worth just checking that you've signed up if you're interested in the things that we're doing, the things that are coming online. Also, for those of you that we know have a big appetite to do the online training, then as John said, that is available today. You can go on the website today and register your interest. Ruth will be in contact and we can get you scheduled in for a chat and get you onboarded within the next week, potentially. That's kind of how ready we are. And at some point on video, probably we'll introduce you to two of our new friends that we've got in the office that you haven't seen as yet.
Yeah. We've been busy. It's been a great time. We look forward to speaking to you all again. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your time. Online course open now. June course open for the 23rd of June at Beechfield House. And we're also doing September in Beechfield House. We look forward to working with you soon. Take care.
Thanks for joining, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.